Hello, this is the Farm Girl Knits podcast, and I'm Shauna. I'm coming to you from our home in Alpine, Tennessee, which is located in Middle Tennessee. And if you've been watching this podcast, you'll know that I live on a farm, and it's the name. And it's a very rural area. Um, Also, if you're a returning viewer, I want to make sure to just tell you how much I appreciate you coming back to watch my podcast. I just, I really, I can't believe um, all the positive feedback I've been getting. And I'm just really touched that people will take time to, watch and see what I've been up to. Um, if you're a new viewer, thank you very much for tuning in. And I'm going to have to start filming in shorter time frames because, as I've mentioned before, um, my internet's really slow. My iPad is, the memory's always getting full on it, and so I think the internet can handle it better if I film in like 10 or 15 minute segments, and then that way it'll be easier to send it to my computer to save it on there, so that way it doesn't use up all the memory on my iPad. So if it looks a bit wonky, then that's why, because I'm going to stop every 10 or 15 minutes and then restart another video. So the only finished object I've had, I know it's been a while since I've done a podcast, and I'm going to apologize for that, but I just haven't really had much to show. So I've been pretty much monogamously knitting on my self-faded sweater. I did make a little bit of progress on the pairs of socks, but I'm not going to show them because it's really, the same thing, and there's not that much progress on them. But anyways, I do have a finished object, and this is the self-faded sweater, patterned by Andrea Mowry. I just finished, oh, that's the back of it, my bad. So the front looks the same, but I just finished the left sleeve this morning, so I don't have the ends woven in on the sleeve, but the ends on everything else are woven in. And I am so thrilled with how this turned out. Like, I totally want to make a bunch more. I love making sweaters. I know I have a lot of shawls that I want to make, but really, I don't know. Sweaters is my thing, apparently, because I couldn't put it down. And stockinette in the round, it was really so therapeutic, I guess would be the word. I don't know, just so calming and mindless, and the color changes made me not get bored with it. So I really like being able to change the colors, and I'm already dreaming about other sweaters to make. But anyways, this is all hand-dyed yarn I've talked about before. My own hand-dyed yarn. It's a tweed base, and it's the only color I really want to try to repeat is this one. Well, I mean, I like these purple colors through here, but there's no way I'd be able to repeat them. I might could get something sort of similar, but not the same. Okay, got a bit interrupted, but that's okay. I gotta hurry because we got a bunch of stuff to do today. But anyways, this top color has some blues and purples in it, and I think I want to try to remake this one, except have more blue and purple. I think this worked out perfectly for this sweater, but it would just be, it's not colorful enough, really, I don't think. I think the blue and purple needs to be a bit more, not like bright, but more medium. Because right now it's really pale, like you can barely see it. But anyways, that's enough about that. So, all these are one of a kind, except for this last one. And I've talked about this before, but this is called the Nevermore colorway, based on the poem The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. And I just can't wait till I can wear this sweater, because I'm pretty sure I'll live in it this winter. That's that. I finally got around to caking up the yarn for the All About Brioche shawl, and you saw these in the skein. Oh, that one's getting blown up. And so here's the cake. Now, this one I had problems caking this one up. I actually had some problems with both of them. So if anybody watches the Knitting Expat podcast, if you don't, you need to go check it out because it's really good. But she talked about in her most recent one, I don't know what number it is, it's just the most recent one. She talked about caking and then recaking the yarn. So if you're not going to use it for a while, that it is better for the yarn if it's more loosely caked. So I decided I would try that and see. It does take, for me it took quite a bit extra time because I caked it up the first time, then I caked it up a second time, and that was just like, whew, huge. And so I knew that it was just going to fall apart. So then I caked it up a third time, and it's kind of a medium, so I don't know. But anyways, we'll try it and see. It's worth a try. Now, I do have some acquisitions, stash enhancements, whatever you want to call them, to share. And it's probably going to be the last yarn that I buy for quite some time, because, you know, I really need to use up what I have before I start buying more. Except I did just find somebody on Instagram that I love this skein of yarn. It's just gorgeous color. I think it's Yarn Ink. Yeah, Yarn Ink. So just check that out if you want to, because I just looked at a few of the colorways on there and they are so gorgeous. But anyway, I was going to film this part Wednesday whenever, because the Knit Picks shipment was arriving Wednesday, and it did. And I was going to film it Wednesday, but this week's been really, really crazy. And so I just didn't have the mental capacity to, you know, talk. I'm going to apologize for the glare on my glasses, but, you know, I literally can't see without them, so, and we'll try that. It looks a little bit wonky from here. Yeah, we'll try that. So that's a little bit better. But anyways, so Tuesday was the 4th of July, and well, I don't know. Okay, I'll put a timestamp. If you don't want to hear what happened this week, then just, you can skip forward. I'll try to put a timestamp. I don't know. But anyways, so this week, 4th of July, and we went over to my husband's dad's and stepmom's house, and everything was going good until maybe 7 o'clock or something. I kind of noticed my husband just, I don't know, he wasn't acting exactly himself. So I asked him what was wrong. He said nothing. And eventually I noticed he was walking off by himself. Anyways, I finally got him to tell me that he was hurting really bad. So he explained it was in his lower back and around, and I figured it was a kidney stone, because he had them, you know, before we got married, when we were still dating, he had some. But anyways, he sat around there for a few minutes, and finally, you know, it was getting worse. Pain was getting worse and worse. So his dad finally talked him in to letting him take him to the ER, because, you know, he's very stubborn. And so I, you know, waited around at their house, got my son cleaned up and gave him a shower, because he'd been playing all day. It was very, very dirty. And finally, you know, after they took, or his dad kept us updated, and when they took him to the CT scan, I went ahead and went to the hospital. Their house was about 20 minutes from the hospital, and then the hospital's on the way to our house. So anyways, I went on. Sure enough, it was 2 kidney stones, and he was just feeling really, really lousy. So I didn't sleep that night. I don't think he slept much that night because he was in so much pain. And finally, I remembered at 4 o'clock that morning, I realized that we do have a 24-hour Walgreens in Cookeville. So the Walgreens in Livingston, which is the closest town, it's not open. It don't open until 8 o'clock in the morning. So he was there at 4 o'clock in the morning, and like already the pain medicine they'd given him at the hospital had wore off like a couple hours before. And I didn't have anything strong enough here to give him, so I went to Cookville, which is 45 minutes away. Although without any traffic, it's just 35 minutes, so you know that's pretty good. But anyways, I rushed down to Cookville and back with the pain medicine. That helped some, and it was just, I don't know, at one point he got in so much pain, I really thought I was going to take him back to the emergency room. We got it figured out, and he finally got to resting good, but I don't know, my nerves were just shot, and I couldn't knit, I really couldn't do anything. I was exhausted, also, because I'd only had like 3 hours of sleep, which usually I can go for a day without, you know, too much sleep, but I think it was just the anxiety that was bothering me. So it just really, you know, I was so anxious that whenever the Knit order arrived, I had to leave the house to get something else for him. But when the Knit order arrived, like, I brought the box inside and set it behind the couch. I didn't even look at it for hours. I just didn't have the energy to open it up and look. But I did get some lemon essential oil. I've been using essential oils for some time now. And so I made some lemonade with that, and I think that may have helped. The medicine that he got from the hospital helped. So we finally got the pain medicine to where it was working, and I, you know, it's just hard for me to know that somebody is in that much pain, and it just makes me really super anxious. And so everything's fine now. He's doing good. He was back to, you know, almost himself yesterday, just tired, probably from all the pain medicine, because me and him, neither one are used to taking strong painkillers, so they always just really mess us up, like make us all groggy and just weird feeling. So he was kind of tired yesterday, but he was feeling okay, and today he's doing fine. Okay, so I'm back with the Knit order. So in case you didn't know, Knit Felici has just recently came out with new colors. I couldn't decide the first initial update on the Felici sock. I took too long deciding what colors I wanted. So I missed out on that one, but on the 26th, June 26th, they restocked it. And I don't know, it may be out of stock again. I'm not sure. I haven't checked. But I decided on 2 different colors of the Felici sock. And I got 2 balls of each because they are 50 grams. And I like to make taller socks, especially if it's self-strapping, I think. I don't know. So I'm thinking if, I'm hoping I can make pretty tall socks, maybe like 10-inch legs or something, and then maybe a shorter pair, or I don't know, use the remainder in something else, because I don't think it's going to take the whole 100 grams even if I do tall socks, but we'll see. So the 2 colors for the Felici sock that I picked out were Punch Bug, and usually I don't do quite so bright of colors, but I just fell in love with the hot pink, the blues, and then the yellows. Like, I just like the contrast. I don't know. And also, you know, it's the Punch Bug, like Volkswagen. So it kind of reminded me of the 60s. I mean, it's the colors of the 60s, right? So, you know, it just made me happy. So I ordered that. 2 of those. And then I also ordered Cheshire Grin. So again, I'm usually not drawn to this specific type of color, but it has teals. Pink, usually not my favorite color, but I do like pink some in moderation. So it has the teals that I really like, and then I think the teals go very well with the pink. I'm starting to lose words. So I ordered 2 of these, and also I love Alice in Wonderland. It's pretty cool. The Cheshire Cat's really cool. Sorry about the crinkles. Then I thought about ordering some more Felici sock yarn, but I decided I would get some other stuff just to get free shipping. And I don't have a lot of contrasting colors for heels, toes, and cuffs, so I decided to get these three. And now that I'm holding these up for the iPad here, those look really awesome together. That'd make a really pretty shawl or something. But anyways, I don't have enough for shawl. So these are going to be contrasting for heels, toes, cuffs, and you know, maybe if I need a mini skein for something. They are just 50 grams each. I only got this neon green is just not something that I would ever, oh, it's really blowing up. Okay, that's better. It's called Sour Apple, and it's just not something that I would really, you know, ever pick out this bright a color, but they're retiring this color, so I thought, why not? I'll just get it. And I'll find something to use it for. But let's get these two back out. So it turns out I apparently like stick with the same color scheme all the time, because even though this doesn't have green in it, the Sour Apple could definitely work with that because it's brightly colored. The blue, what color is this? Raspberry. I think this is another retiring one, so that's why I got that. That would match. And then this one would also match. So, you know, I was thinking I wouldn't have any heels, toes, cuffs for these new colors I got, but yeah, I stick with the same color palette apparently. So probably what I'll do is use one of these colors for the heels, toes, cuffs, and I'm actually tempted to do like opposite. So maybe do one sock with toes and cuffs with this color, and the other sock, you know, I don't know how I'm saying it. Anyways, mix them up. Just make opposite socks. So I may do that. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a while till I get around to making these, because I've still got to finish the other socks. But also, these two colors would match perfectly with this this one. And so, I mean, this blue isn't exactly, it's a little bit bright. So for this, the Cheshire one, I'll most definitely use this. What is this? Duchess Heather. It doesn't look very heathery though. I would think heather would be like multiple colors. You can see just a little bit, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, I still love this color. I don't think this one was retiring. So, but these two, I'm almost positive they're retiring, so they may be out of these by now. So, put that up. Sorry, just a second. Now, if you recall from previous episodes, I talked about getting the Knit Picks Stoll in white and black, the fingering weight, for my police box socks. I had thought about just dyeing up some yarn, but then I noticed the Stoll Glimmer was going out forever, apparently. I don't know, maybe not forever, but they were getting rid of it, at least for now. So, they were low stock of this color. It's called J. And so I thought, you know, this is cheap, and it'll match up with the Stoll that I've already got for the white and the black. And I just don't know why they're getting rid of the glimmer. Look how shiny that is. It's just beautiful. And this color, yeah, it's pretty, yeah, it's true to life, I think, on that. And so it'll just be the perfect TARDIS police box socks. And I had to order, I didn't realize at the time, or I just went ahead and ordered from Knit Picks, but I did end up having to order size 0 needles, because the police box socks pattern is size 0, which I didn't realize that. No. So my son's going to show these last two yarn colors. Hopefully he'll behave. But anyways, so the police box socks are size 0s. I did have to order some of those. Where did I order them from? Yarn.com. I got the Knitter's Pride again, which I really, really loved knitting with the Knitter's Pride needles for my Sophia sweaters. So I think those will be the needles I start ordering from now on, maybe. I don't know. I may find something different. But anyway, so while I was on there, I went over on Knit Picks. No, while I was on Nitpicks, I'm having trouble talking. I went over to check out the Felici worsted because I heard that it was retiring already, which is strange because it just came out a couple of months ago. But anyways, I looked at that, see what colors, and let's show the blue one first. So this one is called Baker Street, and I clicked on it, and it's just, you know, it's all my favorite colors, neutrals and blues. So I really want to make a hat out of this, and it's supposed to be 100 grams. Yes, so 100 grams worsted weight, and I should be able to get a hat out of this. I may need to get, oh man, I should have ordered a bigger size 16. I may just, I don't know. I may have to end up getting a bigger needle to make it, because I usually do worsted weight on a 7 or an 8, and I just realized the only 16-inch needle I have is size 6. So I may end up having to get another 16-inch needle. But anyway, enough about that. So that's Baker Street, and it's just as soft as the Felici fingering weight. So I'm really not sure. Hopefully they'll come out with some more colors of Felici worsted, because, you know, these are perfect for hat. I mean, I'm assuming this would be perfect for hat. And I might even make like a patterned hat, some like sort of a really simple pattern, like a simple cable pattern or something like that, or maybe a simple eyelet, but we'll see. Then the last thing I got from Nitpicks is this other worsted Felici worsted, and so this is, honey, can you stop? It's just a couple more minutes. So this is called Time Traveler. Now, I never watched the, is this the 7th Doctor's scarf? I never watched the 7th Doctor. I think that's it. I don't know. I've never watched it, so I'm not 100% sure which number it is. But I saw it, and, you know, I saw the scarf. So, Time Traveler, I just had to get it. And also, I love all the colors. It's bright. And so, this will be another hat. Now, do I need 50,000 hats? Probably not, because it's Tennessee and it doesn't get cold here. But, well, I take that back. It gets cold for January sometimes. Last winter, it didn't get cold. I'm going to make a hat out of these two. I don't know. Wade might end up getting one of these hats. I'm not sure yet. But I'm making him another hat. Oh, he says he likes the blue one. So, we'll see. I don't know. I really love the blue one, too. But, oh, he says half of it for me and half of it for him. Which would probably work. It would probably work that way, but my head's gigantic, so I don't know that I'll have enough yarn. Well, they're not making it anymore. But what I could do is do like color block or something and get like some navy or gray to go with it. We'll see. He might just have that. But I am gonna make him a hat out of that brightly colored yellow and orange and green that I showed last time, maybe, or the time before, I don't remember. But anyways, so that's that. And oh, I did want to make an announcement that my Etsy shop is open, and I'll try to post a link down here. So I've showed all the bags. Well, I've already showed those. Can you find me a Fox bag over there? So I showed all the bags except the one with the foxes. I just made these up last, I guess, Saturday. So here, I know it's a little bit more fall, but Hobby Lobby's already got their Christmas stuff out, so it'll be fine. And I really love the inside of this one because it's plaid. I thought, you know, fox, forest, you know, I just thought plaid would go with it really well. And denim. So, honey, I don't need any of the rest of them. I've already showed those. And it's drawstring as well. I've got... No, I don't need to show the other fox. I've got several of this, actually I think this is the only small fox. No, there's a few small fox bags, and there's one large one. I have, I think, 3 large bags on there, and then quite a bit of the smaller size bags. Is there a large bag over there you can hand me? Yeah, there's a TP one over there, in the very back. So, here, I don't need it exhausted. Okay. Okay, so just to show you the size difference, here, stop, honey, stop. So the large bag versus the small, and the small one would be great for socks, any 1 to 2 skein projects. So socks or smaller shawls, smaller scarves, hats, something like that. That's 1 to 2 skeins. The large bag would work for 3 to 5 skein projects. I used this size to hold my sew faded sweater, and I've also used it for shawl, although with the shawl I have had one of the works in progress shawls, so they're not finished, but I have lots of extra room with the 2 skein. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's pretty big. And this just has plain brown linen, like, not brown, but tan, cream, linen-y stuff on the inside. And anyways, you can check that out. And hopefully people like the bags. I don't know. Anyways, now, I think that's for sure it. I don't know if I'll be coming back on here to add anything else, so this is probably going to be like a really super short podcast. We did end up going ahead and putting in the cabinets I talked about briefly the last time, and they look really, really awesome. We don't have the island built yet. We don't have the countertops, so the kitchen's kind of still a mess, and I haven't dyed any yarn. I really don't need, well, I do need to dye some yarn to make Wade a sew faded sweater. He's wanting a striped sweater, so that's another dream knitting. I don't know when I'll be dyeing up the yarn for that, but he wants gray, so I figure I'll do a darker, like maybe charcoal gray, and maybe just slightly lighter than charcoal. I'm not sure about that yet. And then he also wants it to be all multicolored. So he wants what colors? Red, green, orange.
Red, green, gray, orange, and blue.
So red, green, gray, orange, and blue. So he wants 5 colors total. So what I'm picturing him, I've had trouble finding like inspiration for what I'm picturing in my mind, but I think I've got it figured out now. So I'm going to use the Flax Light pattern by Tin Can Knits. It's free, and it comes in sizes from, well, I don't know if the smallest one is a baby or a toddler, but it goes all the way to adult sizes. So I'm going to use that for the sizing, and then I'm just going to do the color work on my own. I found these socks, Pixel Rise, I think is what they're called, and they kind of a zigzag. No, wait, it's not a zigzag. I'm thinking of a different one. Anyways, they're really pretty. Maybe they do a zigzag, but they have like they do the color changes, and I don't know if I'll be able to insert a picture or not. I'll have to find one. So if I can find it, I'll find a good picture and I'll try to put it in here. So anyways, I just kind of like how they do the color transitions. It's not just straight stripes like, really strong color changes. It kind of like transitions more. So I thought that'd be good. And so I will start with gray, and then I'll do some stripe sections, and then end with gray. So the stripe sections would probably be like on his chest. The only problem is I don't know how much of each color I might need. And I don't really want to use up all of my yarn that I've got in stock, dyed all up, because I'm kind of running out of money to buy more yarn. So I don't know. I'm wondering if like 50 grams of each would work, and then like 50 grams of the color, and then do more of the yarn, like the gray. Because my sew faded sweater didn't take nearly as much yarn as I thought. I put all the info on how much I used of each on Ravelry, but according to Ravelry, I use 3.07 skeins. So that's not very much at all, really. I do have extra, of course, and I'm thinking about doing a meandering shawl patterned by Stephen West, but I'm not decided 100% yet. But I'm thinking I really want to do a meandering shawl. I'm just not really sure what colors to use, and it takes quite a bit of yarn, so I definitely have to add some to that. But I think I could dye up some different colors, and I don't know, maybe I could put in some yellows or oranges or something. I don't know, what greens maybe. Not really sure what colors would match. But I might could start with, I do gray as the contrast colors. Maybe one side would be all gray and the other side would be multicolored. But I'll have to see. I'm not sure. I may just use those for something else, but I have almost 50 grams of each color. So the first color I do have 50 grams of. The final color I do have 50 grams left over. And then the other three colors I have 40 something grams of each, or 30 to 40 grams of each. So I have quite a bit left. But anyway, I'll figure that out later. So that's just some dream knitting going on there. And so if this is all I end up doing this week as far as knitting, then I'll just call it quits here and see you the next time. I forgot to mention where you can follow me at. I'll pop that in at the beginning like I usually do. But on Ravelry and Instagram, my username is slhargis. And then you can also check out, contact me through my website, which is shaunahargis.com. Or you can email at, shaunahargisphoto@gmail.com. You can also send me Instagram messages. I'll try to get better at looking at those. I didn't realize that Instagram will put in a separate little folder like message requests, and you have to allow it. So I did notice yesterday that I had had some messages, 2 messages for a couple of weeks, and I didn't even know that I had them. So now that I know to look for that, I'll start looking for that. So anyways, I guess that's it. So today is Friday, July 7th, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this edited and uploaded, but hopefully by Monday this will be up and going. And just thanks for watching. So I guess you'll see me again in a couple of weeks. Bye bye. Hi. I decided to hop on for a few minutes. There was a few things I forgot to mention yesterday. For one, I've been meaning to mention, and I'm sure a lot of you've already noticed, but I did modify the Sew Faded Sweater pattern. In the real pattern, it's patterned by Andrea Mowry of Drea Renee Knits, in case you didn't know, but she puts in a garter texture here on the sleeve. And then once you separate for the sleeves and body, you go with the rest of the sleeve is stockinette. I decided I just wanted it plain, like smooth. I didn't want the texture on the shoulders, so I just, made stockinette. Which if it said to purl or on the wrong side row, let me start all over. So I just modified the pattern. So at the beginning, where you're going back and forth, if you've seen it on Instagram or something, you'll notice that people don't have they've not joined in the round for the very beginning of the pattern. So where we're going back and forth, I just knit across the right side and purled the whole way across the wrong side, and then whenever I did join in the round, I just obviously knit every row, all the stitches. So that was really simple. I think that was only modification. So anyways, that's that. And then I did start on the All About Brioche shawl yesterday. Let's see if I can show this without showing the pattern. So it is a paid for pattern, and it's pretty much in 3 sections. You start out with one color, do garter stitch, then in the middle you do brioche, and that's where you switch over to the second color, and then you end with a garter panel or garter section with the second color. So I did get started on that yesterday, and I'm really actually surprised at the progress I made. So this is actually probably the first shawl I've not had to restart over. And so far I really like this pattern. It is, the increases are pretty easy to keep up with. And the one thing I just have to watch, I keep moving the little stitch marker or progress keeper, whatever. I move that up after each repeat. So it's a 6-row repeat, but really the rows are very, very similar. Like they're practically the same. So it's really, in a way, it's just a 2-row repeat. But anyways, so it's really simple, and it's not like a lot to memorize. You kind of have to be more mindful of, making sure it's a right side or a wrong side row, because that's where the big difference is. So every right side row is a certain way, and then every wrong side row's got it, a different way. But anyways, so I move this up every time I get to the end of a section, like a repeat, 6 rows, and that way I can kind of count the ridges to know where I'm at, especially if I take a break and pick it back up. Now, one thing that I really like about this, if you can see, the edges, the way she does the edge stitches makes a really nice and neat edge, especially on this side. I just really love how that's looking. It's really nice and neat, and I'm going to start using that in more shawls, even if the pattern doesn't call for it, because I really like how that works. And I'm going to like the size of this. Let's see, how much big is it? It says it's 80.7 inches long and about 21 inches deep. So I think that'll be almost, it's a bit of a triangular shape, sort of one of the asymmetrical. I've not done a true triangular shape shawl yet, but I want to. But anyway, so that's this. I'm thinking about modifying this one to have more brioche, like make the garter sections a bit narrower and the brioche sections a bit wider, but I'm not sure yet. I guess I'll just see how bored I get with the garter. Now, the main reason why, sorry about that. The main reason why I got on here today is to show you some some material acquisitions I got. When was it? Monday? Yeah. So we decided to go out to Cookeville Monday evening, because we really, I don't know, we probably eat out too much, but it's been quite a while since we've been to Cookeville to have a nice dinner. Usually we just go to Livingston and whatever. But anyways, we decided to do that, and so we stopped at Hobby Lobby. My grandma wants me to make a bag for her to give to somebody, and so I was getting some material for that. She wanted nautical stuff, so this was the prettiest nautical I could find. I'm not too into beachy sea stuff, but anyways, I like the colors. So this will be the outside, this will be the inside, and this bag's not going to have any contrast. But then while I was there, I saw in the seasonal section this, this is like the cutest. I just love it. The fox and the raccoon and squirrel and a hedgehog, and then some leaves and acorns. So I'm definitely going to be making me a bag out of this, and I'll have a few to put in the shop. And then I got some more of this. I looked for something that had the teal, turquoise, this purple and yellow, and maybe some green or something to go on the inside, but I couldn't find anything. So I thought, well, since I did plaid for the fox, and this is, you know, kind of foresty, I'll just get some plaid for the inside. And I may do denim contrast, but I may not. I may make a bag without any contrast on the bottom, just, you know, this all across the front. But I really, really love that. And then I was looking around, and I need to go back and get some flannel. I just grabbed this real quick because I liked the color, and I saw that it was 100% cotton, but I didn't pay enough attention. So it's not flannel, it's just plaid. But I really love this color, so I got 2 yards of this. Not really sure what I'm going to be able to make out of it. It did, I would think I would really like to have this as the lining of a denim jacket of some sort. But I'm having trouble finding a pattern. I could just imagine this being, you know, in the hood of a jacket, and then maybe not the sleeves, because I don't know that I'd have enough 2 yards. I don't think 2 yards could do sleeves and lining both. But anyways, have it the lining of the body, and then nobody's going to see inside the sleeves anyway, and then have it in the hood. I think that'd be really pretty. But when I thought it was flannel, my idea was to make sort of like, has anybody saw the Yoga Shawl by Andrea Mowry? Which I really, really love the idea of having the buttons and just the versatility of it, the different ways you can wear it. However, it's a lot of yarn. That thing is huge. So really, you know, it's a sweater's, it would be like making a sweater, which, you know, I really like sweater knitting, but I just don't know that I want to buy 5 or 6 skeins of yarn to make like a poncho. I don't know how much I would wear it. I think it would be one of them things where I'd wear sometimes, but not all the time. And, you know, a sweater, I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of sweaters, so I'm okay with buying 5 skeins of yarn for that, or using 5 skeins of yarn for that. But like for a poncho type thing, I don't know. It seems like a lot of expense and a lot of time on something that I may not actually get a lot of wear out of. So my idea was to steal the measurements, you know, because they're on the page there, and just make, you know, we'll see how, if I wear this a lot, then maybe I'll knit a yoga shawl at some point. But I would use the measurements, and I can't think of them right off the top of my head, but they are on the Ravelry page, and make a plaid, a flannel. So have it kind of like maybe fringy on some sides, and maybe put buttons. And if I don't do that, it'll just be like a blanket scarf, or, you know, some sort of other poncho type thing. So that's my idea with the flannel, because I really love flannel, and I just think that'd be soft. It'd be lightweight, but it would still block, you know, the wind and cool. It'd be something good for for early fall. Well, even here in Tennessee, I don't know what's happened to my throat. I'm sorry. So even here in Tennessee in November and sometimes December, you can go outside with nothing but a long sleeve t-shirt. And last winter, like, I barely got to wear any sweaters at all, because, I mean, we had like 2 weeks, probably, maybe 3, where it was actually 30 something, 40 degrees, and you know, it was like 60 degrees in January. It was just really irritating because I actually like to wear winter clothes. I'm hoping that it's going to be cooler. And I'm not saying I want it to be 10 degrees. I'm just saying I want to be able to wear all this stuff I've knit. So, anyway, I got off topic. I apologize. But, I'm thinking about doing the plaid, something sort of like a poncho thing, and having it to where it could be versatile, so I could bunch it up around my neck if it happens to be cold outside, or I could, you know, throw it around my shoulders for maybe if we're outside at the shelter for a cookout or whatever, and it's a little chilly but not real bad. I can just throw it around my shoulders, and I don't know, just something. But anyways, I'm looking around to see if I forgot anything else, but I'm pretty sure I got everything. I'll post a link to the Etsy shop in the down bar, and because I don't know about anybody else, but I have loads of trouble finding stuff on Etsy. Like, I type in the shop name and it says none available, but I know they're on there because I type it in letter by letter of whatever the person says, and I can't find it. So I don't know what the deal is, but anyways, it's Farm Girl Fibers on Etsy, and I will definitely post a link. And I think that's about it for this week. So yeah, that's all. Okay, so that's all I have. And again, I thank you for, if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. If you're a new viewer, welcome, and thanks for popping in. Don't know when the next podcast will be. It just depends on what's going on. I don't know. I may end up, because my son's going to start school in less than a month, and that's really sad. He's going to be going to kindergarten. I mean, it's exciting, but it's also sad because that means he's growing up. So have a happy summer. And again, thanks so much for watching.